Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Forensic Science India. So today again I am here to discuss some more important topics of document examination. So let's get started. So the topics which I am going to discuss are handwriting examinations, characteristics of handwriting, that is class and individual characteristics, types of crime related to document, that is disguise, forgery and build-up document. So let's start. So what is handwriting examination? So before moving on to handwriting examination, first of all we must know what is handwriting. So handwriting, it is a neuromuscular coordination where the brain commands the muscle of the body to execute the thought in the form of writing. Handwriting is a conscious act, but due to its repeated use, the actual formation of each letters and words become almost automatic, so that experienced writer will concentrate more on the subject matter rather than writing process. So it's all about a neuromuscular coordination where the brain commands the muscle of the body to execute the writings. Okay. Handwriting consists of class and individual characteristics. So we will see class and individual characteristics one by one. So here the class characteristics. First of all, we will see movement, how we write the writings. So what is movement? Motion of writing instrument with the action of hand on the writing surface. Writer may use finger, wrist, elbow or shoulder movement and their combinations. So type of movements are finger movement, wrist movement, free hand or elbow movement. Finger movement, it is mostly used by the writers whose handwriting are very small and they have very less space while writing. Wrist movement is for the medium sized writers, though those persons whose handwriting are of medium size, and the free hand or elbow movement is basically or mostly used for the blackboards or for larger area where the handwritings are of very large size. So now pen pressure. It is the pressure unconsciously applied to the writing instrument during the act of writing. Rhythm. It is defined as regularity in the curvature of writing, comprising how the letters are placed on the writing, whether it is maintaining the shape, connection, size, alignment or non-rhythm will also indicate the speed and skill of the writer. So if a person is very rhythmic or consistent in his or her handwriting, the shape, connection and size of or alignment of the writing will be continuous and of same nature. But if the person is non-rhythmic in nature, her or his speed and skill will differentiate while they're writing. So size. Size of a letter can be defined as the ratio of the length of the letter with respect to its adjacent letter. Size of the letter will vary according to space available to the writer. So if the space is large, the writer will accommodate his or her handwriting according to the space. If the space is less, maybe their handwriting will very we will see that the writing will be very restricted or of not of enough space. So slope and slant, the angle or inclination of the rises of letter relative to the baseline is counted as slant. It can be further classified as rightward, leftward or vertical slant. It is counted as one of the very important element for disguising handwriting. So disguise we will see in further slides. So here slant is all about how we place the angle of inclination while writing the letters. It can be rightward, leftward or vertical. Alignment. It is basically described as the baseline in a handwriting or handwritten document. It may be ruled or imaginary line on which the writing rests. So someone used to write in between the lines, someone behind, above the line, someone below the line. So that is all about alignment. So here you can see some of the pictures showing the class characteristics. That is, first you can see the line quality. First there is smooth line quality, then shaky or nervous. In shaky or nervous, you can see the strokes are very shaky and angular kind of shape has been formed here. Or deliberate line quality, you can see someone try to deliberately want to form this kind of line quality. Then spacing you can see how left margin is even and left margin is jagged. You can see with the help of this picture. Then angle on left margin, angle on right margin. Here you can see how someone used to write the inclination, angle of inclination. You can see left and right word margins. And size and proportion of the overall writing. Here you can see height of short to tall letters, evidence of diminishing strokes, increasing strokes. Here you can see the pen lifts also, and space between capital letters and small letters. Here you can see. So it is a pictorial depiction of the class characteristics so that it can be very easy to understand. So let's move on. So here you can see slants as well, right and left slant, alignment also on straight line, words below the baseline, from the baseline. Okay. So now with the individual characteristics. In individual characteristics, first we will see form. Form is not limited to the shape of the letter, but it includes the method of constructing and connecting the letters, including the initial and terminal stroke. In individual characteristics, here we can see individual things that is only limited to the genuine writer, or we can see the writer itself, himself or herself. So letter design. The writing strokes consist of lines and curves in various directions, forming individual letter shapes. Individual letter shapes you can see here. Lines can be vertical, horizontal or diagonal. Forger copy letter design while disregarding other characteristics of the writing. So the forgery we will see later on, but someone tried to copy someone, he just used to see the pictorial depiction of the writing. Okay, he is writing like this and he just try to draw the nature of the writing of the writer. But here you can see letter design also matters a lot. Lines can be vertical, horizontal or diagonal. Forger copy letter designs while disregarding other characteristics of the writing. And these characteristics are caught by the document examiner. Initial strokes. Initial strokes are found at the beginning of letters and words. They may be straight, curved or hooked, long or short. Terminal strokes. Terminal strokes are ending strokes on letter and words. They also may be straight, curved or hooked, long or short and are consistent with the writers. Connecting strokes. Connecting strokes join the letter in words. They are also called ligatures. Letters in a word may be connected or disconnected. Embellishments. Extra strokes added to letter to improve their appearance. These flourish are curved and wavy lines added to the beginning or ending of letters. Hooks are little stroked made with an immediate change of direction executed subconsciously by a writer. Hooks may be found at the beginning or ending of words, although some will appear in the middle. Grammar. Spelling and punctuations are important elements in handwriting identification. Along with the rules of grammar, spelling and punctuation cannot be used exclusively to identify handwriting, but they can aid in the identification. So here you can see all the individual characteristics that are related to the writer himself or herself. That is form of the writing, letter designs, initial and terminal strokes, connecting strokes, embellishments and grammar. So here you can see images of the individual characteristics, connecting strokes, ending and beginning strokes. Here you can see a hook kind of structure is formed, and with the flourishes means a special kind of design is added. Here the formation of M is quite different. As we can say, it begin as an inflexible stroke, abrupt start or end. Okay, and sometime the person try to form a letter which is his individual character by forming different kind of pattern of letters. Here you can see unusual letter formations, how Y is made, how R is made, how A is made, how Q is made. So it is also very helpful to identify or differentiate between the genuine and the fake person. So types of crime related to documents that are disguise, forgery. In forgery, we have freehand, simulated or imitation forgery, traced forgery, scanned forgery, and build-up documents. We'll see them one by one. Disguise. What is disguise? It is a process where author tries to modify his own handwriting. His own handwriting he tries to modify. Okay. So his own handwriting characteristics or features in order to hide his own identity. Disguise is very common process which is observed during the collection of specimen sample of handwriting which are taken for the purpose of comparison and to decide the authorship of given text. Okay, the person who commits disguise is not familiar with the science of handwriting and therefore changes or modification done by him during the execution of handwriting will not be constant and will appear randomly throughout the text writing. The modification created by the person who commit the disguise will only observe in class characteristics of handwriting such as letter case, change in slant, change in size, alignment. Okay, so what is disguise? Disguise is something that is a person tries to modify his own handwriting to save himself from some crime or we can say save himself from some case or any issue. So what he tries to do, he tries to modify his own handwriting, but he is not familiar with the science of handwriting as according to him, if he change the letter case, slant or size, alignment, he changed his handwriting, but in the science of handwriting, his individual characteristics matters a lot. Means how he forms the letter, his connecting stroke, his embellishments, grammar, this all matters a lot, which he does not take into the consideration. So, how we can identify or identification of author for disguised handwriting? It should be noted that 100% successful disguise is not possible as the writer has to discard all. Means he has to discard all his individual characteristics. Then after we can say that this person has 100% disguised his handwriting. But 100% disguise is not possible. His handwriting characteristics and execute some random characteristics which need to be constant throughout the text, which is not practically possible. During the process of disguise, the speed of writing will be affected as writer needs to concentrate on design of the letter. The individual initial or terminal stroke for a given letter will be observed to be of same nature. Means the person tried to disguise his handwriting on the basis of class characteristics, but the individual characteristics are still present there, which can be taken into account by the document examiner. He will find out the individual characteristics and it will help him to analyze or differentiate between the genuine and the forged writing, or we can say disguised writing. So the individual initial or terminal stroke for a given letter will be observed to be of same nature. Forgery, the process of imitating someone else's handwriting characters by copying the set design or using other method is termed as forgery. Forger tries to copy the handwriting characters of the genuine writer for some malicious intention. Forgery has been observed in various documents such as on will, blank check, official documents, important notes, etc. It is of four type. Okay, so in disguise we see that someone try to change his own handwriting, but in case of forgery, someone tries to copy others' handwriting. Okay, other handwriting characteristics for some malicious intention. So as it is of four type, freehand forgery. There is no set design of signatory is available for copying purpose. Here the person execute the signature in his or her own handwriting habit. Here there is no set design of signature of signatory. Here the person tries to copy the handwriting in his own writing. Okay, simulated or imitation forgery. In this case, forger is trying to execute the given set design of authorized signature which is available to him by drawing the same. Here he tries to draw, or we can say he tries to draw the writing of the authorized signature. Okay, here Mixed writing habits are observed in disputed signature, which is a combination of forger own handwriting features and pictorial representation of authorized signatory whose signature has been executed. The signature which will be obtained will be drawn in nature, slow speed or moderate hesitation marks, varying skill. Okay, so here, though the person tries to imitate someone's other's handwriting, but the characteristics which we will found is of mixed type. That is, the person's own handwriting characteristics as well as the pictorial representation of the authorized signatory which he tries to copy. Okay. In trace forgery, in case of tracing, the signature of authorized signatory is available to the forger, and same has been executed by the forger by using various methods of tracing. Trace forgery means he tries to trace the he tries to trace the signatures of the authorized signatory. Okay, it can be done by transmitted light forgery with the help of transmitted light, with the help of carbon copy, and with the help of guided indentation forgery. Means with the help of indentation, the indentation marks which are formed by form on the paper. The person tries to rewrite on that indentation mark. So here you can see the scan forgery. In this case, signature of the authorized authority has been forged by capturing the same from some document with the help of various scanner and executing the same on the desired document. Such forged or disputed signature will bear pixels which can be examined with the help of magnifying lens and will be exact replica of the given signature from whose signature has been scanned. Means in scan forgery, here you can see the original signatures. Okay, but if someone here wants to copy the model of the signature, what he will do, he just tried digital cut and paste, and just paste. He digitally cutted the signature and pasted on the desired place where he wanted to paste it. Okay, but how this can be identified by the examiner? You can see the difference in the pixels. Here you can see pixel is very broken kind of pixels. Here you can see, but in the original part it is very smooth. So on the basis of this, it can be differentiated or caught by the document examiner. So I guess that's all. We'll discussing on the later, or we can say in other videos, as well as the case study also I will discuss in later videos. Okay, so if you like the video, please do subscribe our channel and please get updated, and thank you.